Maddie Brush, the daughter of Kody Brown and Janelle Brown from TLC Sister Wives, has always been one of the more private members of the Brown family. While viewers have watched her grow up on television, from a young girl navigating life in a massive plural family to becoming a wife and mother of 4, she has generally avoided publicly discussing the complicated relationships within her family. Instead, Maddie is focused on building a peaceful life with her husband, Kody Brown, and their children in North Carolina. Over the last few years, Maddie, Caleb, and Janelle Brown have dedicated themselves to creating a new chapter through their farming venture in North Carolina. Their flower farm has become more than just a business project. It represents a fresh start, independence, and a lifestyle far removed from the chaos that once surrounded the Brown family. Through social media, fans occasionally receive updates about farm life, family activities, seasonal planting, and the progress of their growing business. However, what fans rarely receive are personal reflections from Maddie regarding her father, Kody Brown, or the fractured relationships that have defined much of the Brown family's recent history. That is precisely why her latest social media post has attracted so much attention. Rather than simply sharing another glimpse into farm life, Maddie opened up about her childhood, the painful experiences that shaped her, and the promises she made to herself long before she ever became a mother. Before diving into those emotional revelations, many commentators acknowledged the exclusive reporting from the Ashley's Reality Roundup, which highlighted Maddie's deeply personal message. The report explained that Maddie reflected on her upbringing and revealed the intentional choices she has made to ensure that her own children experience a completely different childhood than the one she remembers. For longtime Sister Wives viewers, Maddie's comments carry enormous weight. As fans know, Maddie is one of Kody Brown's 18 children and one of the 6 children he shares with his former wife, Janelle Brown. Throughout the early seasons of Sister Wives, audiences watched the Brown family promote plural marriage as a loving, functional lifestyle centered on family unity. The children often appeared happy, playful, and close-knit despite the unique family structure. However, as the series progressed, viewers witnessed growing tensions between the adults. Financial stress, frequent moves, disagreements over parenting, and emotional distance slowly began exposing cracks within the family dynamic. Eventually, several marriages collapsed, and relationships between Kody and many of his adult children became increasingly strained. Among those children is Maddie. While she has generally remained respectful in public, she has also become one of several Brown children who no longer appear to have a close relationship with their father. This week, Maddie took to social media to share a deeply personal reflection. She began by explaining that there were certain experiences her own children would never have to endure. "There are things my children will never be exposed to in our home, and I made that decision long before they were born." That opening sentence immediately resonated with thousands of followers. Rather than focusing on blame, Maddie focused on intentional parenting. She explained that even as a young teenager, she recognized that the life she was living was not the future she wanted for herself. "I knew at 13 years old that I didn't want the life I was living." Those words reveal something remarkable. Even before adulthood, even before marriage, even before motherhood, Maddie had already begun imagining a completely different future. She admitted that as a teenager, she couldn't change the circumstances surrounding her childhood. She couldn't control the adults making decisions around her. She couldn't change the environment she was living in. But she could make one important promise. She could decide what she would carry into her future, and what she would leave behind forever. That decision, according to Maddie, became the foundation for the family she has created today. She continued by listing the principles that now define her household. No instability where there should be stability. No fear where there should be safety. No secrets where there should be honesty. No chaos designed as normal. Each sentence paints a picture of the values Maddie believes every child deserves. Rather than speaking specifically about individual family members, she emphasized the emotional environment children should experience inside their own homes. Her words suggest that consistency, honesty, security, and emotional safety have become non-negotiable priorities for her as both a wife and a mother. For many longtime Sister Wives viewers, Those statements naturally sparked discussion about the Brown family's past and whether Maddie's reflections were influenced by the instability she experienced growing up inside one of television's most famous plural families. The post was not written with anger. Instead, it carried the tone of someone determined to stop unhealthy cycles from continuing into another generation. Maddie explained that breaking old patterns isn't automatic. It requires constant effort. It takes a lot of intention to not repeat patterns. She acknowledged that creating a healthier life isn't something that simply happens on its own. It's a choice, one that has to be made repeatedly, especially during life's most difficult moments. She admitted that learning healthier habits wasn't natural. Instead, it required time, patience, growth, and daily commitment. It's something I had to learn. It's something I've had to keep choosing. Those words struck a chord with many parents who understand that raising children often involves confronting their own childhood experiences. Rather than repeating familiar behaviors simply because they feel normal, Maddie described intentionally choosing a different path. Perhaps the most powerful statement in her entire message came near the end. It ends with me. With those 4 words, Maddie summarized years of personal growth, healing, and determination. She made it clear that whatever pain or instability she experienced growing up would not become her children's future. Instead, her family would become the beginning of something entirely different. As Maddie reflected on breaking unhealthy family patterns, many fans immediately connected her message to the life she has built in North Carolina, a life that looks dramatically different from the one millions watched her grow up in on Sister Wives. Instead of moving from house to house or living within the complicated structure of a plural marriage, Maddie and her husband, Kody Brush, have chosen a quieter, more grounded lifestyle centered around family, stability, and hard work. Several years ago, Maddie and Kody relocated to North Carolina, a decision that ultimately changed the direction of their family's future. In time, Janelle Brown also made the move to North Carolina, bringing mother and daughter closer together after years of living in different states. The relocation wasn't simply about geography. It represented a fresh beginning. In 2024, Maddie, Caleb, and Janelle announced the launch of Tata Farms, a flower farm in North Carolina. The project quickly became one of the most talked about new ventures connected to the Brown family. Unlike television contracts or reality show income, the farm symbolized something built from the ground up through dedication, planning, and teamwork. Although the farm was still in its early stages, the family shared regular updates showing the progress of planting flowers, preparing the property, and slowly transforming the land into a functioning business. Fans could also support the project through the farm's website, where merchandise such as t-shirts, aprons, and other branded items became available for purchase. For Maddie, however, the farm appears to represent much more than a business opportunity. It represents permanence. It represents stability. And perhaps most importantly, it represents the peaceful environment she has always wanted for her own children. Many fans believe that every picture Maddie shares from the farm reflects the promise she made years ago, that her children would grow up in a home filled with consistency instead of uncertainty. Her recent comments also reminded many viewers of another revealing conversation she had on her former podcast, The Authentic Society, where she spoke candidly about her family's financial struggles before Sister Wives became a successful television series. According to Maddie, despite her father's ability to earn a decent income, the Brown family often struggled financially because they were supporting such a large household. Before Sister Wives, we were very poor, she explained. She acknowledged that raising approximately 15 children at the time placed enormous pressure on the family's finances. Even when money came into the household, providing for such a large family remained incredibly difficult. During that same conversation, Maddie praised her mother, Janelle Brown, for being responsible with money. She credited Janelle with making thoughtful financial decisions and carefully managing household expenses whenever possible. But when discussing her father, Maddie offered a different perspective. She claimed that growing up, she often watched Kody Brown chase what she described as get-rich-quick opportunities instead of focusing on long-term financial stability. Rather than building steady wealth over time, Maddie suggested that many financial decisions felt uncertain or risky. Those experiences, she explained, profoundly shaped the way she and Caleb now approach money. Instead of repeating the same financial habits they witnessed growing up, the couple intentionally focuses on creating security for their own children. Their goal isn't simply earning income. It's creating stability, building savings, planning for the future, making careful decisions, creating a home where financial uncertainty doesn't constantly hang over the family. Maddie has said that this commitment to stability is something she never fully experienced during childhood, making it one of the most important lessons she carried into adulthood. Financial security, in her view, isn't measured only by income. It's measured by consistency, predictability, and giving children confidence that tomorrow will feel safe. While discussions about money revealed one side of Maddie's childhood, another difficult chapter involved her relationship with Mary Brown. For years, fans speculated about tension between Maddie and Mary, but few understood the depth of those issues until old social media posts resurfaced. Back in 2019, Maddie posted messages describing growing up around what she referred to as an abusive human and called that individual a monster. At the time, she never publicly identified the person she was referring to, leading to years of speculation among fans. It wasn't until 2023 that Kody Brown, Christine Brown's son, publicly claimed that Maddie's posts were directed toward Mary Brown. His comments reignited discussions that had remained unresolved for years. Although viewers had occasionally witnessed disagreements on television, many wondered whether there had been deeper issues behind the scenes that cameras never captured. In 2025, Maddie addressed those earlier comments again. She acknowledged that Mary had been extremely harsh during the past and stated that Mary would never have access to her own children. That decision reflected another example of the boundaries Maddie has repeatedly spoken about. Protecting her family had become her highest priority. Yet despite those painful memories, Maddie also explained that she had chosen forgiveness. That distinction became incredibly important. Forgiveness, she emphasized, did not erase the past, nor did it require rebuilding every relationship. Instead, forgiveness allowed her to move forward without carrying bitterness while still maintaining the boundaries she believed were necessary. That philosophy soon became even clearer through another message she shared on Instagram. Forgiveness does not require reconciliation. With that single sentence, Maddie expressed an idea that resonated with countless followers. She explained that she had forgiven people who were no longer part of her daily life. She had forgiven individuals while continuing to protect her own family from patterns she already knew too well. According to Maddie, both realities can exist at the same time. Forgiveness can be genuine. Boundaries can also remain firm. One does not cancel out the other. She wrote that forgiveness was real. So were the boundaries. For many longtime Sister Wives viewers, Maddie Brush's recent reflections carry even more emotional weight because they come after years of watching the relationship between her and Kody Brown slowly deteriorate. Unlike the early seasons of the show, when Kody appeared closely involved in many of his children's lives, the more recent chapters of the Brown family story have revealed deep fractures that continue to affect multiple family members. One of the most emotional moments came during the season 20 premiere of Sister Wives, when Maddie openly discussed the painful reality that she might never have the father-daughter relationship she once hoped for. Speaking through tears, Maddie admitted that accepting the situation had been one of the hardest lessons of her adult life. "You want your dad to show up." Those simple words captured years of longing, disappointment, and unanswered expectations. She explained that every child hopes for reconciliation with a parent. Every child wants to believe things can improve. Every child wants to feel seen, valued, and loved. For Maddie, however, reality